Guys, tonight again is another news about the United Nations and Ghana. Donald Trump. I'm going to go straight to the point. But first of all, I want every single African to just type in the comment section, Ghana, thank you. Thank you, President John Mahama. Thank you. I just want you to type it in the comment section. Why am I saying thank you to President John? Listen, what is the response from Donald Trump about every single move that President of Ghana is making?
Out of West Science Shabium, into almost say God bless the President Mahama. He named him say, Omampeni Mahama and Ross and Drechi, and Omampeni Mahama Babedru Ghana. After his speech, Okokomai were the United Nations. Now, of course, that speech, in fact, a raising eyebrows. After the speech, Krano, you're saying who said Ghana restrictions are near dire, so say you cannot travel outside the country. What you me acquire 3-4 months. Sa restriction, Donald Trump now of war aside that restriction there is something going on among other countries praise President Mahama we all know says deportation because now President Mahama say President Mahama allowed these deportees to come to Ghana. That coming to Ghana has been one record bia enkrofo bi mu se omotena se no modwe ho a omonte omampani Mahama se na no na papa we ababedi ni nkomo ochechim say no omampani Mahama no he really thinks far na rofo yinti nkomo we decide enye dey enfamra.
Guys, tonight again is another news about the United Nations and Ghana. Donald Trump. I'm going to go straight to the point. But first of all, I want every single African to just type in the comment section, Ghana, thank you. Thank you, President John Mahama. Thank you. I just want you to type it in the comment section. Why am I saying thank you to President John? Listen, what is the response from Donald Trump about every single move that President of Ghana is making? I want you to remember in September, we're still in September, right? In September, mid-September, about 14 African deportees were to be sent to their own home country. But their home country rejected them. These are not criminals. These are not people that have committed any offense in terms of criminality in America, just that they have overstayed and America decided to send them back to their home country. About 14 of them, and 13 of them were Nigerians, and one from Gambia. What did Nigeria and Gambia do? They rejected them. But Ghana accepted them, brought them in. Ghana is trying to reshape the hope of Africa. It's rewriting the story. I don't know who gave this man the kind of wisdom that he's using to rebuild Ghana and Africa, redefining every single thing that comes in contact with him. Remember, US was dispensing banning and restriction on a lot of African countries. And Ghana was part of those countries that were receiving those ditches of ban and restriction, visa restriction. And guess what? Because of this attitude and behavior of accommodating, look at what this man is doing. Let me explain it to some of you that don't understand. Because if you have a child that ran away from home for whatever reason it is, and wherever he ran to and the person say, go back to where you came from, and you are also pushing it back on the person, it speaks volume that home is not good. Guess what Ghana did? Say home is good enough for African to return back. We can accommodate our own people. We can take them in. We can deal with them. We know how to manage them. And 14 of them were sent to Ghana. Guess what? America, Trump administration says, okay, we still have more. I'm going to say, okay, up to 40, we are still able to accommodate them, bring them. Ghana agreed to take in more deportee. What a way of life. It's an example. And what happened after that? Look at the way US respond to that. They lifted the ban on Ghanaians citizens. The restriction that was placed on Nigeria, on Ghana, and other African countries, Ghana's was removed. That is number one. And number two, that Ghanaians are doing. This president, this particular president, has a vision for Africa, not just for Ghana. Nigerians are not Ghanaians. Gambians are not Ghanaians. Now, he went to the UN and gave a speech that was in favor of Sudan, was in favor of Ghana, of Nigeria, of all Africa. This guy has a vision. This man has a vision. He's a man of vision. The vision is clear. There was a time, about a year plus ago, that the economy of Ghana, about 2 years, 3 years ago, was a little bit shaken. Guess what he did? He did what we call a reset. He set up a committee and they did a reset. And just about a year ago, Ghanaian currency was even doing more better than dollars. Was rated as one of the best currency that is doing well in the world. Are you telling me that vision don't work? Vision does work. When you come into power with vision, it does work. And guess what? Because what this man is doing is endless. It's just reshaping a lot of things. I'm just pointing out. Now, how many of you notice his dressing when he came to that United Nations? How many of you notice his dressing that he did not wear a suit? He wore African attire. And that stuff was intentional. It was intentional. Every move, every step, every speech, every word, every smile, every single thing he's doing is intentional. These are the kind of people we need. He's raising the bar. He's raising the standard. Recently, some group of people in Ghana, they were spreading rumor that he was not going to leave power. Remember, Ghanaian election is coming either in 2027 or 2028. And some folks were suggesting that President John was not going to leave power anyway, that he was going to still contest and still fight to remain in power. Despite the fact that some group of people wanted him to continue on all of that, do you know what he did? It's very unlike African. He came out, not using a spokesperson. He came out and he said, no, he's not contesting. It's not contesting. But what he will do, he will make sure that the election is fairly conducted and every single thing goes smoothly. That he will make sure there is no corruption. He will make sure there is nothing missing, that the election will be conducted the way. And look at what he's setting. He's setting a high bar for the next person. This is the way the Western world is built. This one is setting a standard. It's not dropping the bar. It's not dropping the standard. It's raising the bar high so that the next person that is going to come will not in any way try to mess around with the system that is being put in place. This is what we call leadership. And for me to jump a little bit again to Botswana, how many of you have heard what President Boko is doing? Is doing a lot. You know, Botswana depends on their diamond for their economy to rise and to do everything that they are doing. But recently, not just recently, few days ago, look at what he did. He said, you can now become Botswanan citizen or a citizen of Botswana by investment. You can become a citizen by investment. Go and check the news. That's about 2 days ago. You can become by investment. So if you decide to invest in Botswana, you can be given citizenship. Is it not the same thing Donald Trump is doing? That before you can come to America, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that, because every single person is actually rooting for their own nation, for their own country. If you're not aware, there is a lot of competition of who is going to perform best in Africa right now. And for those who don't understand what is going on, maybe in the next 10 years, they'll catch up. If you're still playing politics of corruption, of looting, of destruction, you will have no place in this generation. This is a generation that their eyes have been opened. And for me to cap this one up, this is where we need to go as Africans. You see this United Nations? We need to let them know that Africa can work together. We need to fight our own war to defeat poverty, to defeat corruption, to defeat all kinds of things that is going on in Africa, and build a coalition, a connection, just like what Gambia is doing, just like what Botswana is doing, just like what Burkina Faso is doing with Ghana and the rest. We need to build something and defeat our own fear and stand for ourselves. When 54 countries stand together, nothing on this planet Earth will be able to defeat us. And by the way, the black nations around the world is over 70. And out of these 70, if we stay together, nothing can stop us from getting to where we're going. If you love what we're doing here, hit that like button and follow us. Say congratulations to Africa and to Ghana. I love Ghana. I love what this president is doing. God bless Africa, and we are going to the next dimension. Remember, Africa Human Capacity Development is coming big time.
Ntarofo senya moti ya no this according to nsem senior man we di betu dwa ochechim say omampeni Mahama some of the decisions ni bi wo mo take care udwu ho a wonti ase. It's like he really understands the Africa to the world statement no. Now therefore not only that alone, say Ebeka omampeni Mahama speech United Nations no, he made mention say the future is Africa. Ntarofo I am sure say the future is Africa no. Omampeni Mahama who said the future is Africa. Say best start fie diem. And to no take his decision. No countries or one case or reject or more crew for no. Omampeni Mahama saw job. But on the flip side, no, ebi muso di push agenda. Politics say omo criminals. Omo say, omo say. And therefore, and then also dream for aha, ye Ghana gossips. Ye more updates. Eba, wakwe.